To talk about multiplying and dividing integers. If the integers that you're multiplying or dividing have the same sign, meaning if they're both positive numbers or both negative numbers, you're going to multiply or divide the numbers like you would regularly, and then their answer will always be positive. So, for example, 9 times 4, we multiply that like we would regularly multiply 9 times 4, and it's going to be 36. Okay, since they're both the same sign, it's going to be positive. If you take a look at -9 times -4, again, you multiply like you would multiply 9 times 4, which is 36. And a negative times a negative, because of the same sign, is going to be a positive. Same thing with division. Positive 6 divided by positive 2, it's going to give you a positive 3. -6 divided by -2, that's a negative divided by a negative. Same sign, going to be positive 3. Okay. Using the triangle below, another way to sort of do this is to set up a triangle that has a plus sign at the top and 2 negative signs at the bottom, similar to the one that's here kind of in pink. And so what I would do, if I have a negative times a negative, you cover up the negative sign. So I would cover up the negative sign for the first negative number, -9. And then I would cover up the second negative number, like -4. And so what's left is the sign of your answer. And so since it's a positive that's left, your answer is going to be positive. Okay. Now, if they have different signs, so if one is negative and one is positive, you're still going to multiply and divide the numbers like you would regularly. So 9 times 4 is still 36. But in this case, we have a negative times a positive. So if I use the triangle trick, I'm going to scratch out the negative. I'm going to scratch out the positive. Okay, and what sign is left? -36. Okay. Similarly, if I look at the second one, I have 9 times -4. That's a positive times a negative. So you're going to multiply them like you would regularly. 9 times 4 is 36. But if I use the triangle trick, that's a positive times a negative. What sign is left? It's a negative. Okay. The last two are division problems, but it works the same way. If I have a negative, let me erase that part. If I have a negative divided by a positive, so 6 divided by 2, I just do the math. 6 divided by 2 is 3. Okay, but cover up the negative for the first number, cover up the positive for the second number. What's left? -3. And the last one, positive 6 divided by -2. 6 divided by 2 is still 3. And to determine the sign of this one, I'm going to scratch out the positive, scratch out the negative. What's left is negative, so my answer is -3.